What is up, guys? Jeremy here, and welcome back to another video. This is going to be a new series of sorts, and I'm going to call it Tweak of the Day. Now, I can't promise I'm going to be reviewing a tweak on a daily basis, but it will be at least multiple times a week, and it's basically where I'm going to go through the entire tweak, head to toe, how it works, and like I said, pretty much a full review of the tweak. Hence, Tweak of the Day. Now, I will be putting this all in a playlist as well, so if you guys are watching this in the future, be sure to check out that playlist link down in the description. There will probably be quite a few tweak reviews there if you guys want to check out more. But anyways, what we're going to check out in this video is ClassicFolders 2. I've had some people ask me what tweak is that, and they think it looks really cool, and I absolutely love having it on my device. I think it looks really, really nice. It's much better than, in my opinion, it's much better than iOS. The stock iOS version of the folder. You can have more than just 9. You can have, I believe, 12, maybe more than that, depending on where it's positioned. And it's just a really cool looking tweak. And like I said, it's called ClassicFolders 2. So let's go ahead and let's jump into the settings here. Let's go into tweaks. Let's go into ClassicFolders 2. There is quite a few different settings for the tweak itself, which I really do like. First off, you do have the enabled on-off toggle at the top. So if you want to shut it off, you can. Next up is its mode. Basically the background of the folder. I have mine set to modern. I think it looks really nice. You can do Mavericks. I'll show you guys what that looks like. You don't have to do a respring on these to take effect. So that's what Maverick looks like. That one looks really nice as well. Kind of like the wallpaper splits open behind the folder. Very cool look in my opinion. You also do have Classic. This has that classic look and feel to it, as you guys can see there. Just slightly different than Maverick. It's got that kind of gray meshy looking background. I think it looks nice as well. And then you got the iOS 4 beta, which is super old school looking, but does look pretty cool. I mean, I think that looks pretty cool, having that type of a background for the folder. So that is the modes that you can choose from, so we'll just leave it on that. Next up, you have the blur wallpaper option. When you turn this always on, it's kind of weird. It will always blur your wallpaper. So if I turn this on, I don't have a great wallpaper, for example, but the entire wallpaper is now instantly blurred. So you could use this to blur all your wallpapers. I personally don't like that. If I want to blur the wallpaper, I'll do it manually. But that's what always does. It'll always have your wallpaper blurred. And then you have the option here of when folder open. So the wallpaper is not blurred now. And then obviously when you open up the folder, it will blur that wallpaper. As you guys can see, it kind of changes color there. So that is the blur options. I think it looks cool when folder open, so we'll leave that. Next up, you do have the animation speed, which is cool. I like that you have control over this as well. So we'll be extreme with this. We'll go all the way to the slug here, or the snail, so you guys can see how slowly the folder opens. So there you go. And then we'll drastically churn that up a bit. I don't like having it that slow. We'll go pretty close to as fast as it goes. When you're completely all the way to the rabbit, as fast as it can be, it's basically just instant open. There's no animation. It's open and then it's closed. There's no animation. But if we turn that down a little bit, you guys will see the animation, and now you should be able to tell that it is drastically faster. So as you can see, it's still so fast you almost can't tell there's an animation. So I would honestly turn that down just a little bit, just so you get the effect of the animation. So let's take a look at that adjustment. So there you go. That's actually really nice right there. It's not too slow. It's not too fast where it looks weird. Just fast enough to, if you click on it, you can get to whatever app you want very quickly. Again, a great feature of the tweak, having that animation speed control. And then you do have the dark tint, so you can enable that or disable that. I believe I have Noctis running right now, so it's automatically going to make it dark anyways. So if I toggle that off, it actually won't change the icon, but you can have a dark tint or a light tint depending on what mode you're using here. So if I left it on modern, you can turn it off from dark to light with that. And then you have the classic mode here. So if you switch to classic mode, you can use the ClassicFolders icon. You can have an icon outline and then a classic icon shape as well. Like I said, I do have Noctis running, so it doesn't allow me to adjust any of those because Noctis will override it basically. Actually, you know what? Since we are going to do a full review here, I might as well turn Noctis off. Let's go ahead and do that. And let's go back to Classic Folders. Let's go ahead and turn, I guess we'll just turn them all on. Let's see what happens here. And let's do a respring to see the changes take effect to the folder icons. And let's go ahead and unlock to go into our device. And I know it can't see my face, unfortunately. So now let's go ahead and let's scroll over and take a look at what the icons look like. So that's what the icons look like now. Pretty cool looking, actually. So that's what they look like with all those toggled on. You got the outline, you got the Classic Folders look. Really cool effect. And that's pretty much all the settings of Classic Folders too. Let's go back in here. That's basically everything you can do. You do have the respring button here, and that's to take changes, or for changes to take effect in the classic mode there. Everything else happens in real time, as you guys seen, which is really cool. And then you have the credits down here at the bottom, and that's pretty much it. That's pretty much all there is to the tweak, guys. That's the tweak head to toe. I hope you guys enjoyed this best tweak of the day video. If you did, definitely throw me a thumbs up. That really helps me out a lot here at the channel. And if you guys want to see more videos like this in the future, don't forget to click that subscribe button. This has been Jeremy, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Later.